Masturbation really ain't even for pleasure anymore. It's to get a good night's sleep.
Welcome to GayTalk 2.0, the ultimate podcast for your dose of dish.
He is obsessed.
Nasty.
Good evening, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another episode of GayTalk 2.0, an LGBT podcast. We are streaming live on our YouTube channel for all of our Patreon supporters, and we certainly thank you for your patronage as it helps us keep the show going. And so my name is Tom. I'm your host. And as always, I'm in the studio with my amazing co-host, starting with the first one.
Hey, y'all, Nick or Trish.
And
J-Bear, a.k.a. your boyfriend's boyfriend.
And welcome you all to the dish. So before we even get started, just a quick acknowledgement. We have a birthday in the house.
Doesn't really count. Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Happy birthday, Trish.
50. How does it feel? No.
Yeah.
And it's your actual birthday. Like today is your actual birthday.
I know my nipples are hard right now.
Right. Is it cold?
It's a little chilly.
Yeah, I know. You should have worn a jacket.
We're trying to keep you young.
Awake.
Trying to keep her fresh.
Cryogenic.
Yeah. Cryogenic freezing.
Yeah.
Keep those cells in check.
Yeah.
Mm,
So how are you, darling?
I'm fine.
How does it feel to be, 36?
7.
37?
Yeah.
Damn, she's old.
How does it feel?
I mean, meh.
Do you feel like the same way you felt yesterday, or like did a bone like start bothering you this morning first thing?
I mean, everything hurts, but I don't know.
Take an edible. It works.
Hey.
I don't know. I was on the phone with my dad earlier, and he was like, "You don't sound like your happy, chipper self for a birthday." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm 37, which basically means I'm 40, which basically means I'm dead, and I died like 10 years ago in the gay world." So, and he was like,
He's not lying.
Is that real? Like, you're dead in the gay world?" I was like, "Pretty much, yeah. No, I'm like a washed up piece of driftwood at this point. Be a great side table, but that's about it."
Oh boy.
A side table, really?
Side table.
Yeah, but I think you're that side table. You're that driftwood that got rescued, that got turned into a side table, and they use resin to preserve.
Oh yeah.
So I think you're good from this point
a whole
forward.
Bondo kit.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So
I got some more Bondo in my face. It was great.
Bondo?
No, not really Botox.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk about that experience? She walks in and she goes like, "So Tom, does my face look good?" I was like, "Well, it looks plump." She goes like, "Plump." She almost had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was like, "Well, you look
Plump.
Plump.
Is what you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plump meaning your skin looks supple, it looks radiant, it looks good.
Trying to save yourself.
There's no lines. There's, it's working. I mean, that's the purpose of the Botox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went in and the top of my forehead it's set really well. It's doing great.
What did she say to you?
I'm getting there. And she's like, "So what are the problem? Like, what's the problem area?" And basically I told her I hate my frown lines right here. And so she was like, "Okay." So she gave me more than usual. And she was like, "And in about a month, if you still see the lines, come back in. I'm going to have to smack your face harder." And I'm sitting there like, fuck. What? Is it that bad?
She sounds aggressive.
No, she's great. She's really great. But
That's awesome.
That's why Nick likes her.
Yeah, so where do you go? Oh, right?
Yeah.
I go to a place. Well, it used to be in New Haven. They just moved to Cheshire.
That's probably
They have
a
an
good
office
thing.
behind Petco.
Actually, when I did pull in, I was like, "Oh, what is this place?" It was like a warehouse.
Let me guess. You went to get your fillers at Home Depot.
No, it did feel a little bit like Home Depot, but no.
This was before they moved to Cheshire or after?
After.
After.
No, like inside it's beautiful, but on the outside it's literally like what are they called?
It's very industrial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Oh,
Nick,
very chic. Okay.
yeah. It's the new thing.
And
to
it was
use
like all the
old
way
buildings.
in the back.
Yeah.
So I was like, where am I going?
You're going to the gutter.
Yeah. So
know?
I tried to get a discount for my birthday. It didn't work. Mm.
Ew.
I know.
Like,
I mean, they gave me $50 off, but
but so that
that was a coupon, so that doesn't count.
so yeah, that doesn't count. You should have gotten at
counts.
least another $25 off.
Or like another 25 units.
Oh, this bitch.
My butthole could use it too.
Oh yes. Speaking of
her
your
up.
butthole, so you, would you consider getting Botox on your poo poo?
No, probably not unless I needed it.
On your other lips. So
He's
don't
nasty,
they?
this
Don't
one.
they? I mean, usually they do that for hemorrhoidal treatment. Don't
Yeah,
they?
so it's like it will relax your muscles. So
Yeah.
like you can when I move my forehead, I can't really like move my forehead. So it'll relax your muscles down there, but at the same time, like you won't have control over them. So like if I wanted to,
Bottom.
like the professional that I am,
I
I would not have the toolkit that I normally have when in that situation,
gotcha.
if you know what I mean.
I got you, baby.
It's all about the sphincter.
So, so it's kind of dead fish situation.
Speaking of fish,
for a lack of
Wake
better
back
word.
up, bitch. You are needed.
You are needed.
speaking of fish, Chapert, what the fuck were you cooking today?
That was a red snapper.
A red snapper.
That shit was
He sends us a picture,
literally.
and
the size
I
of
was
my
like,
arm.
he sends us a picture, and I was just like, what the
It
hell?
looked so
is
gross.
this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So normally I go to the supermarket by my house,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll get 2 small, size red snappers, and they're like $35, close to 40. And I went to Costco to kill time on Sunday, and they had that one fish for $26.
So you were like, oh, let me just
And I was like,
pick up this big baby
Yeah, this big
And-
bitch up, and then we can all eat from one fish. And
right. So how did you cook it? Because it
I
looked like
fried it.
you fried it.
yeah,
With
fried
the
it.
skin on it.
Yes,
Okay.
Did you scale it?
it's already scaled and cleaned. All I had to do was season it and.
But it had the head on it. Why
yeah,
do you do that?
I love that shit. We eat the eyeballs. We eat the cheek.
Oh God. Oh God.
We eat all the meat.
Do you eat its butthole too?
We tried, but they take it out in the process of cleaning it out. No.
Eats the eyes, Trish.
Yeah.
I cannot. I can't. So here's
I
the thing.
eat ass. Why would it surprise you that I eat an eyeball from a fish?
But here's the thing. So if you put, I can eat fish, and I don't mind eating fish. But if you put something on my plate that still has its eyes and it's dead and it's staring me down, I'm not eating it. I can't.
But you'll
That's-
kill chickens in your backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we eat the eyeballs
No.
first.
Yeah,
That
but
doesn't
you
mean-
chop the head off, and
You guys
know,
are making me feel so white right now.
Yeah, Trish.
I cannot.
That's why you eat the eyeballs first, so they hit us.
My Caucasian is showing.
No.
I know we've always eaten it.
Don't ever invite me over for fish, okay?
I'll invite you for headless fish. Headless fish.
Headless fish, maybe, yes.
Cod, I do cod all the
Yeah.
time too.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love
Bottom
a good
feeder.
like.
Right. Hey.
It's so typical.
I've been
of-
called worse than that.
Same.
So, believe it or not, so I like cod is bacalao, right?
Bacalao.
And you mix that with like onions and avocado.
Oh
and-
yeah, and you
my
like
God.
a gazpacho
Or a
Sort of,
ceviche.
kind
with
of,
the
yeah.
with the avocados. Yeah.
Oh my God, and the tomatoes
Yep.
and the onions.
Speaking of
It's
gazpacho.
so good. Gazpacho. Okay, what happened?
The hot tub.
The hot tub.
Uh,
The water was too cold. That's not dick soup.
Oh,
You're
I
like,
remem-
this is
yeah, I
dick soup. I was like, it's more like dick
Gazpacho.
gazpacho.
that was when we went away for the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so speaking of that, so you know that when we went to the wedding, I took the night off from the bar on Sunday and we didn't do karaoke. And oh my God, I went back last night and people were salty about it. Like,
You've had a lot of that saltiness in your life recently. It could be that Mercury is in retrograde right now.
Yeah.
so I've heard
and you
people.
gotta align your chanclas.
Chancletas.
Yeah, I'm gonna start throwing them shit to
Yeah.
people. I'm like, they were feeling some kind of way. Like I was here last week. Even Steven Stellato.
What?
That he was like,
He
I'm
wasn't
off
bus-
this week and I'm coming out and you're not here. Where the fuck are you? And I'm like,
Be like, go
The
chase
world
some
doesn't
kids.
revolve around you, okay? Also,
and so I walk into the bar last night and LJ's feeling some kind of way. You know, he's like, how dare you take a day off? I was like, excuse me? I'm like, you don't put it in my mouth and you don't put it in my ass, so therefore you can't tell me when.
but he could.
But he could. Oh yes, he definitely could.
LJ's the big dude.
Wolverine.
Okay, yeah.
So
He's
yeah.
handsome.
So but
He's
no.
got a nice
so
body.
so you can't.
I feel like he, yeah.
So
He's got a
you
nice
can't.
body.
I think you know what, he's got a nice body. He's very personable, very easy on the eyes, and he's also a very nice guy. I've always loved.
He sort
LJ.
of reminds me of Joey a little bit.
A much stockier Joey. Yeah,
Well, Joey used to look just like that. At one
Yeah,
point, and
Joey
then-
was skinnier. Joey's
but
always
Joey-
been very, very tight.
Yeah.
You know, LJ is much more bulkier.
No one knows who you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I know, but that's
I'll show
okay.
you- I'll show you a picture.
Yeah,
later.
we'll show you a picture later.
Oh God.
And so you know, I walk into the bar and some of the patrons are just like, well, where were you last week? I was like, well,
Patrons.
that's none of your business. Oh, thank you for the correction. Patrons.
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 Yes.
Patrons.
Patrons, not
Not-
Patreons.
Yeah, correct.
Patrons. So some of the people that frequent the bar, is that better?
Yes. Stick
Were
to
a
that.
little salty, and they were like, well, where were you last week? Like, you know, we were here and you weren't here and we just had to sit here and drink. I'm like, oh my God, how tragic. Like, really, the world came to an end because you sat at a bar and drank. It's okay.
They were forced to socialize.
You will survive.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Doesn't matter who it is. All that matters is I got a birthday dick pic.
And fabulous. Is this someone we met up there when we were for the wedding?
No.
No. Hold on, guys.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad.
It looks a little, you know, abruptly cut, but it's sizable, girl.
It's nice.
Does it live local?
It does.
Will you be getting some dick tonight? Please say
Probably
yes.
not tonight.
Okay. She's gonna get some birthday
Hey.
dick.
Some of us got to get laid.
So,
Besides Tom.
oh, I know. Come on, don't be hating.
Look,
You sound like the haters when I wasn't at the bar last
I
Sunday.
wasn't at the bar.
So-
What were you getting dick again? No.
Imagine that. No, but you know,
He keeps it in the neighborhood. It's
Yeah.
fine.
She doesn't try. Yeah.
um,
Anywho, moving on.
no, but so all is well. We did karaoke last night. Everybody was happy. We had a great time. We had a good crowd. You know, and all went well. So Jaybird, how are you, darling? Besides cooking
Fish.
fish
Massive
with eyes on it.
Well, I tell Trish I got laid, and he goes, "With your wife?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, sorry." So that's the support I get from my guys.
No,
Yes,
you go.
love
This
guys.
is what
Yeah.
what happened was.
What happened was?
It's just like, oh, all of a sudden I feel so much better, and I just
Yeah.
looked at him like, well, why? And he was like, well, I got laid, and I was like, well, by your wife? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, sorry.
Sorry to ruin your birthday.
Well, it
With
was
that
when you
picture,
had
no.
your birthday, you
Yeah.
were like, hopefully I get laid. My first question was, by your wife?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what did
I'm
you?
just being a dick.
What I was gonna say? What did you expect? He's a married man.
We try. We
Yeah.
try.
But no. But other
Other than
that,
not bad. Getting ready to go on vacay.
So where are we going?
Punta Cana.
Punta Cana,
Yeah.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah. So we're
So-
doing a resort again.
Yeah. Well, it's the way to do it, though.
It's the way to do it.
You know.
Yeah, not too bad. Leave Sunday, come back the following Monday.
So that means Jay's going to be gone 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He won't be with us sitting here. So I expect a full report 2-3 weeks from now.
3 weeks.
Yeah, and we have a special guest coming on at least one of the episodes.
which will be great. And
Nice.
I'm excited because, you know, we often talk about a lot of things. Weather's usually not one of them, but
the weather's.
that'll be the hint.
That'll-
I'm excited. I'm excited only because, you know, it's weird because when we started, right? And now I'm talking about Nick and I, when we first started in 2016, like, we're not pros at this. Like, we just wanted a podcast to.
I still don't think we're pros at this.
We never have
Are we
been.
recording?
Yes, we are. And
Shit, hold on. No.
so, you know, when we started, it's like, you know, we're not pros at this, and we've gotten better over the years. And, you know, our conversations, although crazy and sometimes go off the rails, they tend to be very, very, how would I say, fluid. And, you know, we've gotten really good at picking up cues and moving in and, you know, doing different things. But we've never had anyone that actually, you know, that's what they do. They work in that capacity at a studio or, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
We have, yeah, but no, I see what you're trying to say. Yeah.
right. It's just like someone that works in TV, right? That you go into a production studio and you do actual production, like to see, what they do. I would love to be able to sit down one day and go into a studio somewhere, you know, local news or whatever, and just watch the people in the background work, because this stuff fascinates me.
You've never been to Ricky's studio?
No. Maybe I should go one day and just watch and sit back. But it'll be interesting to have someone here that potentially could, you know, give me pointers or, you know, be like, hey, for somebody that just has, you know, a rinky-dink podcast, because that's what I think we are, you guys do pretty well. You've got a good setup. You know,
Yeah,
like,
but
I'm excited.
I think that, I think there's a little difference, though. I mean, like, he doesn't work on the production side, right? So he sees it all happen.
Right. He's very familiar.
Yeah.
And we just don't want to give it away, but it'll happen, and I'm excited. You know, it'll be a good thing. But anyway, back to you, Jaybird.
Yeah.
How's mom doing?
Mom's doing good. I mean, she's doing all right. She had a pretty decent weekend with us.
Has she beaten anybody recently?
No, I'm surprised. She's a little. Yeah.
They
Mom-
took away her chanclitas.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. She has a.
Oh, God.
She has one of those bamboo back scratchers that look like a hand. So she, from time
Beats
to time,
people
will
with her
hit
back
somebody with that shit.
scratcher.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they know. They already know. My mom doesn't really lash out or do anything unless you're messing with her.
Right.
So they know she's reactive.
Mhm.
You know? So they already know how to.
versus me, I'm proactive.
They don't need chancletas. They're
Yeah,
like literally
yeah.
like they're like
My-
proactively just tiptoeing.
Unfortunately, my mom, her whole life was always battling, and it was always some shit with men. So my mom's reactions always hit first, ask questions later. So she's not the type of person that you can walk up to and grab by the arms to try and correct, because
Mhm.
she will just close her fist and straight for the face. That's just mom.
Gotta love mama.
Yeah, 83, and she's still a spitfire. Let me tell you.
And you are the complete opposite.
Yeah,
you are
I'm
the
very-
most docile person I've ever
Yeah,
met.
but I wouldn't want to fuck with him.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not much that
No.
rattles you.
I try not to, because I've been there in the past where you kind of get that blind
Right.
rage, and that's very common in my family.
Mm-hmm. Same.
And I've seen, you know, it's like you have people that are really, really sweet, and then when they lose their shit, you're like, who the fuck is this?
Right.
I've had it happen in the past, so I try to really be.
I feel
zen
like
about
you
life.
though. Now I'm going to the
Yeah.
birthday boy.
She might pull out a knife.
I don't
know.
think I've ever seen that side of you, but I wholeheartedly believe that you would go batshit crazy and like start like.
Do you not remember me jumping over the bar and chasing somebody out of the bar?
Well, no, I remember that.
I was
but,
in
but-
blind rage mode.
Yeah, I know, but
my
I
balls
think I
dropped.
tackled you or something and said, "Nick, stop."
Something happened.
Yeah,
I was blackout.
yeah, she was blocked out, ready to go. Because I think
With
the guy
rage, not
Rage,
booze.
yeah.
because he was like literally like threw a spit right, and Nick was like, "Get the fuck out!" And he just jumps for the bar.
I can remember one time in my life where I got like blackout blind rage.
And then there was that one person that threw a beer bottle at you.
That too, yeah.
And she happens to be a business owner in the New Haven area.
Oh my God, that
of
woman
course.
apologized over and
And
over
she
and
like
over.
she took all her staff out for a
No,
holiday
they didn't
party.
throw it. They dumped an entire beer on me.
Right. No, so she was basically just doing this, like
Right.
trying like literally. And I'm like, am I watching this happen in real time? And because I was doing karaoke that night, you were working at the bar on Sundays, and she brought her whole staff there. They were all drinking, whatever, and she wanted her tab closed, and I guess Nick was a little too busy for her. And
No,
she just,
that's not what happened.
well, what happened was
She thought I closed her tab,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
but I did not close her tab. The other bartender closed her tab, and she was accusing said bartender, who she then thought was me, of stealing money from her, when in fact that never happened. And then I was trying to get the other bartender's attention. I'm like, did you take additional money? What happened here? And then next thing I know,
It's like all he's feeling is just beer hitting his face. I was like, I looked at him, he looked at me, and then he looked and shit just hit the rails. I was just like, I cannot.
well, when it hit my face the first time, I was like, okay. And then the second time,
And then the third time I was like,
and I
that's
was just
it.
like,
This is not.
the only other time I can remember blacking out in a blind rage like that, I was in college and I was dating this guy. And
Why doesn't that surprise me though? That it would be a guy that would bring you there.
well, I mean, I'm gay, but I was dating this guy, and he was like, I don't even remember what the fight was about, honestly, but he was freaking out and he wouldn't calm down, and he started hitting me,
What?
slapping me in the face.
Oh,
And that's a no. And I let him do it twice, and I said, do it a third time. And I'm not holding back. He did.
And you didn't hold back.
He
Proud
ended
of
up
you.
in the hospital.
Oh, sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah, it was bad.
Sorry,
I felt
not
really
sorry
bad.
about what I said.
But it was not even I didn't do that. I just pushed him off me, and then he slammed his face into the cement.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
Not really your fault. You're absolutely right.
I just pushed him.
I'm so sorry.
Fair warning was given.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
Don't
But
trust her.
Yeah, that's the nonsense that happens. I just try. I think for me, the time that I did have the blind rage, and I can't recall who the person was. I just know that I lost my shit, and I grabbed them by the neck, and I put them against the wall, and they were spitting out their mouth, and their face was turning blue, and it took 4 people to get me off of them. And all I had them was by the neck.
Yeah.
I wasn't holding anything else.
They should have done that move. You
And
bring
then
your hands up, you turn your body, and you bring it down, and
Yeah, it was a little nuts. So I try not to.
that J-Lo move from
Yeah.
the movie Enough.
Enough.
Did you ever watch that movie?
I can't follow her movies. They're
Enough.
yeah.
I like
Oh,
to
yeah. I've watched
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
when
They'll
she had
give off
the cop
that-
husband that was just
Yeah.
putting her through the ringer.
And then she beat the fuck out of him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My friend thinks I should come unwrap his present.
I concur that you should. So, yeah.
Let's wrap it up. No, let's go.
All right. Good night, everyone. No. So, all right. So, question for the group: has anyone been following the Olympics over the past 2 weeks? Semblances of them.
I watched, which I'm
No.
sure you've seen, a couple of short videos on the breakdancing competition.
Oh my God!
What?
Hot mess.
No,
The
I did not.
Fuck.
So for those who don't know, apparently breakdancing as of 2024 is now an Olympic sport.
That was not fucking breakdancing. She looked like Stewart from
She
the
looked like
TV
she was
show.
having an
Look
epilepsy
what I can
attack.
do. Like, it was not breakdance. That was not breakdancing. That shit little kids do.
And
hey,
she
watch
won
what
the
I can
gold.
do. Watch what I can do. And I'm like,
She won the gold.
how the fuck?
You'll have to watch the video.
I'm watching it.
That is not breakdancing, dude. That is not.
It almost I don't know. It's
It
like
looks like a kid having a tantrum.
that, or it looks like somebody created what do you call this, a cybernetic like android robot
But
with
like-
a human form, and it was malfunctioning.
But why breakdancing?
I don't know. It's just the
I
weirdest
don't know,
thing.
but that's
But Are there any other dancing like flamenco or
No, so they don't do like professional ballroom dancing, but they do rhythmic gymnastics.
which no, that's normal.
Right, and it's people twirling and doing, and it's amazing. Like I watched some of it, I was like in all of it. Like for me,
What I've been in awe of this entire Olympic period of time is the amount of penises
oh my god,
that have come to the forefront. And honestly, one specifically should have taken the gold, and I think did at the end of the day.
well, I mean, his penis did, but he did not.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day,
That was like a disqualification.
who actually won there, right?
Oh, the penis did 100%.
Like,
Right, but that was like a disqualification by like
this was like the
bulge.
penis Olympics. I'm like everybody, even Tom Daly. I was like, oh, you're fluffing before you jump in the water now. I can tell. Like,
Dude, I forgot.
His husband and children were in the crowd.
They were
Yeah.
showing. They were showing the rowing team.
Oh my god! And the way they were rowing,
The way they were
and all
rowing
the
and-
women were like, "Oh my god!"
Homeboy
Like,
had a bulge the size of a pony in his pants.
yeah, I'm telling you.
and some of these like runners, and I'm like,
I
okay,
will be in LA in 2028.
yes.
I will be there.
So, you know, I wanna emphasize that I
The
watched.
one fucking asshole on top of the rowers. Like, yeah, keep going.
I'm there. I'm almost there.
Yo.
Don't stop. No. I honestly genuinely love watching the Olympic sports. Like, you know, I'm really, it's a weird thing because it's obviously gymnastics. Watching the greats do gymnastics, whether it's men or women. I mean, Simone Biles and, you know, Jordan Childs and Suni Lee. I mean, these girls brought their A game. Given, you know, the short givings in Tokyo in 2021. And a lot of people don't realize that, you know, typically there's a 4-year span between Olympics. And because of COVID in 2020, they didn't have the 2020 Olympics until 2021. Right. And so it's a shorter span to 2024, obviously, you know, in France. And so these Olympic athletes had less time to prepare between Olympics before they had to show up in France and do their thing. But
Why is nobody ready?
that's what I'm saying. It's like, but I enjoyed watching, you know, I'm not really into basketball, men's basketball, but I love watching, for example, women's basketball. And I've always been fascinated because, you know, I've always said to myself, I think, you know, women are amazing and they can, you know, do anything that men can do, and sometimes even with more flair and even better, right, with much more fanfare. And one of the observations which we were talking about earlier today is that when you look at the American Olympic basketball women's team, 80% of the players are all from UConn, which is our one of ours. Is UConn a state university? Yeah, it is. And UConn, University of Connecticut. Duh. Sorry. But like 80% of them are Connecticut players. And it just goes to show you what a fucking amazing basketball program we have coming out of UConn.
Yeah. But they're always top ranked
Also,
nationally every year.
the basketball coach makes so much fucking money. I think he's the highest paid state employee in the state of Connecticut.
Probably. Gino Auriemma is no longer the coach, though.
I don't know who it
Yeah, he
is.
retired.
I think he makes like $500,000 a year.
That's
At least.
got to make a little more.
So GQ.
He's not making enough.
GQ did this whole thing on the Olympics, the penis of the Olympics.
Oh my God.
And their website cover is basically the blue outfit of the pole vaulter with the pole across the middle of the page, and then you just see the silhouette. But it's very look at.
Oh my God.
Let me see.
Oh my God. That was the day that the
Welcome to the
penis
penis
won.
Olympics.
Yeah,
Hello.
I was dying.
But
So it says, "Welcome to the Penis Olympics." GQ 4 days ago.
they're not lying though. I mean, those men in those tights. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Like I was watching, for example, the men's running team when they were doing track and field, and the 4x4 relay, and both women and men won gold in those events. But even watching like the equestrians do their thing, and then the one guy who he was having an argument with his wife. I don't know if you read this or heard about this. And he was so disgruntled and so fucking pissed, he went and bought a gun and started shooting. My face exactly. That face, you're like fucking shocked, right? This is what he says. And he got so good.
At the Olympics?
No, this was before the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
So he got so good that he literally showed up at the Olympics with no professional training, no professional equipment whatsoever, just the gun. And went up there and just literally taking a sip of something and just shooting and won.
American?
I think. No, he wasn't American. No, he was not. But it's fucking crazy. The dude just went up there, chugged something, and just gold. Mm. And people who have been doing this for decades went up there with their professional equipment and blah, blah, blah. And, the guy was just like, it's amazing what distress makes you do.
Yeah.
And but you have so many. So I got into like watching the equestrians and doing all their horse thingamajiggies and jumping through the tracks and stuff like that. The rowing, obviously.
Yeah.
What else did I watch that I was like, oh, and diving.
Well, yeah,
synchronized diving. I was like, holy shit! Like these people are like, holy crap. And then
they are at the Olympics.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I was like, damn. But it was overall was good. The opening ceremonies, we talked about this 3 weeks ago when we went through it. It was very unique because it was the first time that they didn't do the opening ceremonies in one venue, right? It was all these boats going up the River Seine and, the closing ceremonies. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
brought in, what's his name?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise to close it out.
So they had the mayor of LA.
007 style.
I've always thought he was so sexy. I mean, it's a turnoff that he's into Scientology, but that's a story for another day. But I thought it was pretty cool that they had the mayor from LA because, as we know, now that the Olympics concluded in France, the next host city is going to be Los Angeles, California.
New Haven.
Oh, God, please do not bring them here.
San Fran.
That would be so bad.
It would be horrible. We don't.
Well, it would be tough.
So let's speculate. Okay, 2024 New Haven Games, right? They're happening. Where would the Olympic Village be?
Probably Yale Bowl.
You think?
Yeah.
No, the Olympic Village.
Oh,
Where they live?
Not necessarily where they do the sports, where they will stay.
There's this place. It's called Rochdale Terrace.
That is gonna be it. Yes,
And
because,
I just have this funny feeling.
Free
because
massages every night.
let me tell you, I will be renting a tricycle and I will be circling that village all day long.
You wouldn't. I don't think a tricycle would look good on you. We're gonna have to get you something a little bit different.
What, like a freaky white van with no windows?
No, I don't know. Like
And a sling in the
gay
back.
Segway.
Free Olympic massages. No.
just get a gay Segway and just move gaily forward.
Yep.
True, we can do that. No, but like I started thinking, and then like, all right, so what do we do with all these athletes running around the city of New Haven?
I have a thought.
Tell me.
I can't.
Why?
It's inappropriate.
Or why?
For why?
It's gay talk. What do you mean it's inappropriate?
I mean, do I have to elaborate?
So here's the thing. I would schedule vacation throughout the entire Olympics because she's going to be busy.
Fleet Week.
Yeah, she's going to be busy.
Fleet Week.
Very busy. Very busy. Although Grindr will shut off, location, blah, blah, blah. But, I don't care about, I'm not going to out anybody. I just want to taste.
Out. You.
I just want to go out.
All right.
With a bang.
Nice.
With a
No,
few
but
bangs.
anyway. So, the closing ceremonies. So,
Oh.
That's what we were talking about before we moved on to the Olympic Village.
Back on
Actually, you know
track.
what? We'll talk about the closing ceremonies when we come back. Let's take a break, and then we'll do that. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. We took a break. We are back, and we're going to jump into the closing ceremonies. Oh, my God. So I watched them as they were happening live. I don't think a lot of people realize that when you have an event happening on the other side of the world, it's happening well before prime time here in the US. And so you can catch the actual live version, and then they telecast it later on in the evening during prime time here in the US. And so I ended up catching the closing ceremonies before I went to work on Sunday, and I thought they were pretty fabulous in a sense. I mean, there were a lot of points in time throughout the closing ceremonies that were dragged out a little too long for me, but for the most part, it was all pretty well. Obviously, France had to do their thing and wrap things up, and then it was time to pass the torch or the flame or whatever you want to call it to the next hosting city, which again we said earlier in the broadcast was the U.S. and Los Angeles. And so Leon Marchand, I think that's his name. Oh my God! So he is the Olympic swimmer for the Team France, who happens to train in the U.S. by the way. What a cutie! What a cutie! However, the most awkward walk I have ever seen in my life. I don't think the man likes the spotlight, but he's an Olympian, and I'm like, oh, they sort of kind of go hand in hand. Have you seen what this boy looks like?
No.
He's gorgeous. He's gorgeous. But anyway, so
Is it gay?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see.
Anyway, so the closing ceremonies happened.
They did.
We had a Mission Impossible moment.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a flattering photo.
But so hold on. Let me see if I can find a better picture. Let's see. Okay, so I think this is a little better. So
He looks like he's 5.
no, he's not. So he's a very handsome kid, but he obviously was very, very uncomfortable throughout the whole walk. So his role was to go to the cauldron, right, which was this hot air balloon that they did during the opening ceremonies,
And blow it out.
and blow it out.
I think we answered our own question.
And then he just sort of no, he didn't blow it out then. So he took the flame and he put it in this little container, and he carried that flame from where the cauldron was all the way into the Olympic Stadium, where they were doing the closing ceremonies. And then after all that was done, it was time for the U.S. to sort of kind of take things over, and they do the ceremonial thing where, you pass the torch on to the next hosting city, which happens to be L.A. We talked earlier, we mentioned that Simone Biles, the mayor of L.A., was there, and then Tom Cruise ended up doing a Mission Impossible moment. You saw a very quick highlight of it. What did you think?
I don't know how he can do stuff like that.
The man is probably like close to 60 at this point.
He looks great.
Yeah, he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you? I'm gonna have to show you the video. I should have showed you the video before we started recording, because we were going to talk about it. But do you see that? Do it again. The side eye. What's that for, Jay Bird?
Because you're nasty.
I watched it.
You watched it?
It's pretty cool.
So, so the fun part was, just a quick rundown. So he ended up jumping from the top of the Raptors, or whatever it is that, you call this thing in the Olympic Stadium. And he was on a rope and sort of kind of coming down, lands.
No.
I was like, holy shit.
What was he hooked up to? Like, no.
A rope. It was just
but what was the rope hooked up to?
the Raptors.
I'm like, no, no.
Can you imagine? a queer, like us queer people, like jumping off the roof?
Well, I mean, if it were me, I would have worn like far more color. There probably would have been like glitter bombs.
That would be fabulous.
We wouldn't have anything left.
So when you say, okay, so what would your outfit be like? Describe the whole scenario for me.
So I have an image in my head of
That's
what
scary. He's got an image.
Billy Porter wore to, I think, the Tonys. It was like a rainbow dress, but it wouldn't be a dress. It would be like a rainbow cape outfit.
Okay. And then you're coming down, the cape is flapping, and where does the glitter bombs come in?
Oh, as soon as I launch.
Okay, so what color glitter?
Probably like, rainbow.
Rainbow?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
or,
for
or
me,
actually, probably red, white, and blue. That would make more sense.
yeah, because you're sort of kind of transitioning into the whole,
Mhm.
America's taking over, or the United States is taking over,
Mhm.
and
then when I land,
what would you do?
I would have some big, massive, like, flip fans that would help me, like, it'd
Sort
be
of
like
kind
my
of-
parachute.
Rainbow color, of course.
Obviously.
So in the closing ceremonies, as soon as he lands, he gets on a motorcycle. I feel like you wouldn't do a motorcycle. Like you would need a unicorn.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you get on the unicorn, and then you rush yourself towards the stage,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pick up the Olympic flag, which is obviously the
Flag of Grinder. Yep.
right? And
Flag of-
and then you're on your unicorn, and then you're racing towards the plane that's going to bring you to the U.S. of A. Right,
Mhm.
and then the plane that they used in the closing ceremonies was a military plane. What kind of plane would you have?
A private plane.
Jay, help me out here.
I would literally have somebody waiting with like a glass of champagne for me.
not Air Force One,
No.
No,
Depends.
Gay Force
It-
One.
Gay Force One.
He would have Gay Force One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
You know, there was actually a cartoon called Gay Force, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very short-lived.
Mhm.
Where was I?
I don't know. It was
Living under a
one
It
perpetual
was
like.
before Ozempic.
It sucked. Yeah, it sucked that they canceled it real quick. But yeah, it was funny.
I think we should bring it back.
Yeah,
I think we should reach out to the creators of Gay Force and be like, bring that shit back.
yeah.
Is Logo still around?
I mean, that's why we got the rainbow emoji.
Right?
Yeah.
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 But it was an interesting first season.
So you
was
watched it.
Yeah.
What was it like? Was
It
it
was
was
fun.
it very Olympic like?
It was cute.
Yeah, he was a agent, like an FBI agent.
And he was gay.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like a gay Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, sorta.
Like he couldn't get it right, but then he always got it right because of the people around him.
And then the rainbow came back, made everything fabulous.
Yeah, I don't recall many rainbows.
So okay, you come back. Now you land in the U.S. You're in
Mhm.
the desert, and now how do you get from where you landed? Because now you left the unicorn behind in France.
It's gonna be a gay pride parade, obviously. And I'm
Right.
just gonna float on top. Everybody's just it's gonna be like a mosh pit, and then I just like float to where I need to go,
And so they ended up in. I thought it was.
and everybody's gonna be wearing shirts that say "History," huh? I bet we can make some.
Mm. How cute.
Oh, okay. And then you have to give. So you bring the flag over, the Olympic flag, and you put it where it goes. I believe that LA has already hosted the Olympics 3 times. It will be the 3rd time this time around that it would host the Olympics. So they already have infrastructure there that is Olympic sort of kind of ready, which needs a lot of work because
Yeah, she needs a reno.
complete gut reno. Like so from the HGTV team, who would you bring on board to do some of that reno?
Ooh.
I feel like the Property Brothers need to be there.
yeah,
It's gonna have to be
probably.
a team. So
Yeah.
Property Brothers, who else?
Who else?
I don't want to get hate mail. I definitely
Melissa
think that
McCarthy.
yes, bring her on board.
She's great with demo and
defi-
design.
Definitely like keep like Joanna Gaines and Chip Gaines
yeah.
out of the picture because we don't need shiplap.
Honestly, the Property
state.
Brothers are enough. I think just them.
Just the Property Brothers?
Yeah.
I think I would probably...
And maybe Noah and what's his face? Kind of blanking. The gay couple.
Noah and... do you watch HGTV?
It's a problem.
It's a problem for us. We're bad.
I stopped. I used to watch all that shit, and then I ended up started to rip up walls in the house.
I feel
Yeah.
right. It's bad, and
Yeah,
that's the reason why I get in trouble.
Get these stupid ideas.
Yes,
I want
and
to put a hole in the middle of the floor.
I bet it's weight bearing.
Yeah.
Victoria from Chicago, the Chicago
Windy City, yeah,
Windy
yeah,
City.
yeah.
I would bring her on because she's fabulous. Who else? Married to Real Estate.
Ooh, there is that one show too. They like
What are we talking? Gay
like
Olympic
design
sports?
on a budget.
Like what? How
no,
we would
100%,
reno?
like-
Reno is an Olympic sport.
No. So, oh my God. Jay,
Brilliant.
it's much better than breakdancing.
The breakdancing.
Oh
Seriously.
my God.
No, we're talking about like who we would choose from HGTV, like the couples and the people that do the renos, to renovate the stadium that's existing there,
Yeah,
right?
Gotcha.
So Victoria from Windy City, right? And who else? Nate and
That's who I was talking about. Nate and Noah. I think you're right. Am I?
it could be Nate and Noah, so we can bring
Nate
them.
and Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. Oh my
I don't
God.
even-
Why did
Watch.
I not know that?
And okay, so we got the Property Brothers, Victoria, Nate and
Did you
Jeremiah.
know Nate is the new Queer Eye?
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. I
took
heard they went to
Bobby's-
Europe. They did a whole like thing in Europe.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
Yeah. But who else? So I'm thinking Married to Real Estate. I love them. I think she's fierce. I don't know if you've seen that show.
They should all just take like a quarter of the thing and
Come up like and it
who
has
gets
to be
the
rainbow.
gold?
Like all the seats have to be rainbow.
Well, yeah,
Right.
obviously.
We should have a rainbow surrounding the entire
Sponsored by
stadium.
Grinder.
Of course. And I don't know. It'll be interesting. So anyway, going back to the opening ceremony. So when they finally get to the beach,
Closing ceremony.
the closing ceremonies, you're right. We have, oh my God, Reno as a sport. That would be amazing.
He's still stuck on
I'm
it.
still stuck on it. Jay, you come up with the greatest shit.
Well, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I know. So they land. So Nick lands with his unicorn, and he makes it to the beach, and then all of a sudden you jump into a performance by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, which I absolutely fucking love. I love that.
Okay, fine.
And Flea is like one of my favorite characters because he's just so animated on stage. And then they had, oh my God, Billie Eilish. She did a performance of a song, and then from that they jumped into Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. And da-da-da-da-da, it's the double. I was like, yes. And so it's so fucking LA because, you know, when you think about the Olympics, I don't know if you were watching, did you see Snoop Dogg like running around through the whole fucking Olympics, interacting with the families, and he's cheering, and he's there with Dressel and this one and Simone Biles. And I was like, this motherfucker, yes. And then he closes the show.
He's a smart businessman.
I fucking love him.
Yeah, he works with everybody. You give him a chance and a way in and something he wants to do.
Yeah, so here's a guy, right? Like when he first started, it was all very gangster, right?
Yeah.
And he went from like gangster status to like
Martha Stewart.
the
status.
best like grandpa, like rap grandpa ever, right? Because the man is in his 60s.
I still think that he slept with Martha Stewart.
I think so too. So
put it
that
past
partnership
him.
though, can we talk about that? That partnership though. So there are commercials where like he's talking about smoking and Martha Stewart's like, yep, I'm right there with you. You know, like we got some fresh herbs in the garden kind of shit. I was like,
That's why I still think at the opening ceremony, he should have lit a fucking joint off the
cauldron.
torch, and literally then Martha Stewart should have showed up and taken it.
so I think maybe that could still happen LA in 2028.
It's legal.
It's legal now, right? So that could be like our message to the
what's
world.
the status of cannabis in Paris?
I don't know.
I don't
So
know.
that's probably why they didn't pull it off.
Right. So I think they can still do that in LA, right? Can you imagine? Like, you know, he's the torchbearer.
It's just a
And
joint.
it's a joint.
It's a giant
It's not
joint.
even like it's not
Just
even like
smoking,
an
it's not even lit.
welcome to America.
On to LA, and he's like, I don't even know where I am right now. I am I still in Paris? No, it's hilarious though. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And then he finally gets to where he's got to go, and instead of lighting the fire, he
And
just
I'm just
like,
gonna say TM because when they actually do this, I want royalties.
of course, because it would be fabulous. And then Martha Stewart, when he lights the cauldron, which happens to be a big joint, Martha Stewart is on the other side of it, right? As the
Prepping dinner.
prepping dinner as
With
the as the camera pans around. She's like, I'm high as fuck and I have the munchies, and you can find my ready to eat munchies at Walmart, kind of thing. I think it would be great. It would be genius.
Okay.
No. All in all,
The moral of the story is there needs to be a unicorn.
of course,
Yeah.
obviously, and rainbows
Yep.
and glitter bombs
Yep.
all over the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Like once. So I think
But the closing, because you cannot clean up glitter. Not the opening.
we'll be cleaning up glitter for like 2 decades.
Oh yeah.
No, but here's the thing. So I think that for so Paris, I don't know if you realize this. So the medals that they handed out in Paris have a piece of the Eiffel Tower in them. How do we up that?
What?
The medals that they gave out, the silver, bronze, and gold medals that they gave out in Paris have a piece of the Eiffel Tower in the center of them.
I feel like the Eiffel Tower is gonna fall over.
So, they renovated the Eiffel Tower. They kept the pieces of metal that they removed and replaced over the years. And so pieces of the actual Eiffel Tower were embedded in these medals in the center.
Don't we have metal from the Twin Towers?
Ooh.
That would be harsh.
No, it wouldn't. That's commemorative.
Yeah,
What about the Statue of Liberty?
so I feel like if New York held the games, maybe that would be,
Yeah, but it's America.
yeah, but damn, Jay.
What,
You went dark quick.
I
why
mean, like
is it dark?
my brain went there,
Yeah.
but
Like I feel like okay, so, ooh, that's harsh.
It
Like,
is.
see,
I mean,
I was thinking like a capsule opens and glitter pops out,
Oh my god!
or a
are-
rainbow comes out, and then at the end
He
of it,
said-
there's a
he
pot of
said
gold.
A piece of the Statue of Liberty should fall apart.
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, with all the shit that's happening,
Yeah.
Just give him a piece of the White House.
I don't know, like, so what would be something that aside from the Twin Towers? Jesus, Jay.
No, I wasn't trying to be dark about it. I'm just saying. I mean,
that's in a museum,
That's a
though.
piece of American history.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're right, but yeah, that's
Feels a little dark.
it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, okay. I didn't see it that way, but okay. It's just me.
No, but
Here comes the hate mail.
ooh.
No.
I mean,
No, I mean, to each country will have their own unique thing, but I think France like upped the game. Like, not only
Well,
did you
they're doing it in
leave with a
Cali?
medal,
They're doing it in San Fran, right?
they're doing it
Olympics?
in Los Angeles.
In LA.
So
maybe
San Francisco Bridge.
just like give him
no, but that's
medal
in,
from
that's
the
in San
Hollywood
Fran.
Walk of Fame or something. Oh.
Oh.
That would be so cool. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine like little stars with your name on it, right? Well,
Yeah.
they couldn't engrave names until after because you have to win them first, right? But like,
No, I would take one with Ellen's name on it.
right? so you have like the Hollywood Walk of Fame, right? Like a star, and that would be cute.
So instead of a medal,
It's Los
to make
Angeles,
them stars?
Hollywood, right? Or if they've renovated the Hollywood sign, they can take pieces of the Hollywood sign and put them in there. But I think glitter is much more better, like a glitter bomb.
Yeah, but
Like this Pokemon ball that just opens
But
up
it's
and
gotta
says
last-
Pikachu.
yeah, but it's gonna last forever, right? So like glitter bomb, it's like kind of a one-time deal.
Yeah. Like what would it be? What would it be?
I
It
don't
would
know.
be interesting. But anyway, here's my takeaway. We've talked about the Olympics pretty much, aside from the first 20 minutes of the show, forever. And here's my takeaway from the experience. I look forward to the Olympics every 4 years. Why? Because it takes us away from all the like craziness that's going on in the news cycle after news cycle. It just gives you something different. You see a sense of unity on TV and camaraderie.
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 Camaraderie. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah, close.
It brings a sense of unity amongst, you know, the athletes that are competing against each other, and you get to see a different side of the world that is not so fucking morbid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I look forward to the Olympics every 4 years. Well, every 2, because we also have the winter ones, right? But the Summer Olympics really are my favorite. I don't like snow that much to watch the Winter Olympics. Although, you know.
Shrinkage.
That's probably why during the Summer Olympics, we have the Penis Olympics.
Yeah.
And during the Winter Olympics,
It's nothing.
yeah,
It's just,
Camel toes.
you don't even need a cup.
no.
Camel toes and moose knuckles.
Oh my God. We are off the rails today, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
we are. Yes, we are. So, I'm trying to figure out where am I going here with my mouse. All right. Well, listen, we've had a very informative show. I think we beat the Olympics to death. See you in 4 years. And I'm going to toss it over to my bitches because it's time to bring this shit home. So, Trish, you want your love?
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing
Oh,
that
go
didn't
for
have
it.
to do with the Olympics. For sake, it's my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, go for it.
Meow.
So today is obviously a national holiday.
It's your birthday.
Yesterday was also a national holiday.
Tomorrow will be a national holiday.
What's tomorrow?
Still your birthday. And the rest of the month will be
Well, yeah.
a national holiday.
So do you know what holiday it was?
Yesterday or
Mhm.
today?
Yesterday.
What holiday was it?
It was National Guncles Day.
Yes, it was.
Oh, you're gonna be a new Guncle.
Again?
Yes, but we shouldn't have said that on the show. It's a little early.
So why would
And
you?
none of my family knows but me.
Oh shit. Sorry. Well, on that note, I found out my little brother's expecting
As
again.
well?
And my little brother Ricky, he's having a baby. So he came over like 3 or 4 weeks ago. He's like, "Hey, I got to come over your house. I have some news for you." So he showed up with his girlfriend, or his wife now. Sorry, wife. They're married. They got married like 6 months ago. And so she's expecting. And so there was this whole like thing about, you know, well, what is it going to be? Is it going to be a boy? Is it going to be a girl? He already has a daughter. She's, 17 in high school, about to graduate.
It's like, why?
Uh-huh.
That's what I said. I was like, why?
Like, happy for you, but why?
Like, you literally you got through the hump. She's about to 18. She can go do her own thing.
Talk about an age gap, huh?
And so now, he's pregnant again. Well, his wife is. And so he came over and he told me he gave me a gift. And when I opened it, it was a picture of the sonogram of the baby.
Mhm.
So they had a gender reveal, which I completely forgot about yesterday. Sorry. Not sorry.
Yeah.
And so my mother was speculating, I think this one is going to be a boy. And I said, no, his sperm shoots girls. It's all girl.
Yeah,
All girls with
okay.
him. And so they did the gender reveal. And sure enough, he's going to have a baby girl. I called it.
I mean,
So happy Guncles Day.
identifying at birth as a girl.
Right. We don't know. Because, my niece is a lesbian.
Okay.
She came out at a very young age. She was 12 years old when
I
she
think
told
I
her
met
father.
her.
Yeah. Well, you've met two of my nieces, which happens. So here's the thing.
Oh, God. Should have never brought this up.
Very quickly, both of my brothers have always had a very difficult time with the gay community in some way, shape, or form. But because, they have me, I sort of kind of guided them through, the whole thing. It's never been a really big issue. Like, for example, when you came out and you having to leave your home and go somewhere else. And it's never been that kind of issue, but they've always had their reservations about the gay community. And so I've worked with both of my siblings to bring them, into the 20 freaking first century and sort of kind of be like, you got to get over your shit. And then it so happens that both of my brothers had a child that literally walked up to them at a very young age. They were both 12 years old when they looked at their father and said, "I'm a lesbian." And I
Both
said,
girls.
"See, this is what I'm saying." So they each have. I have 2 lesbians as nieces, and it's amazing to be
It's not
able
your
to.
fault, honey.
It's not. It's not.
No.
And so. So I said to my brother, I was like, maybe this one will be the one that will actually want to have children, and marry a man if that's what you've always wished for. But you still have your gay niece and your gay daughter, and you should support them equally. So, so yeah. Anyway, happy Guncles Day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's a special day.
it is. It is a special day.
Yeah.
But still, your birthday is our national holiday for the whole month.
Yeah.
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 We'll be talking about that for the next 3 weeks. So are we? Oh, so I just want to put it out there. Are we going tubing? Are we doing? Oh, you're not going to. You're leaving Monday,
Yeah, he's going to
Sunday.
Punta Cana.
Sunday. So maybe we can go tubing Saturday. You can pack when you're dead.
I'm already back.
No, all right. Well, all right, girl.
I'll
Here we
finish
go.
packing today.
Boop.
Oh, what am I doing? All right, everybody. Here's Mama Kim's minute. Maybe. Number 1. How my gay uncle taught me that being different is a strength, not a weakness.
Yes,
Gay
queen.
Uncle's Day. Number 2, gay student says Coach Tim Walls protected him from homophobic bullies. That's because we like him. Number 3, Donald Trump told to stop using the gay anthem for his campaign.
Who would have thought?
Who told him to do that? We'll
don't-
figure it out.
Who would have thunk?
Jaybird.
All right,
Over to
moving
you.
on this day in gay history. The year was 2004. The where was New Jersey.
New Jersey, the Garden State.
Yes.
Even though there's no gardens anywhere.
The New Jersey governor came out and resigned. So Jim McGreevey was at a press conference and stated, "My truth is that I am a gay American." In the same speech with his In the same speech with his wife standing beside him, he announces that he will step down as governor because he has been having an affair with a male aide who held his role despite being unqualified. Oh, doesn't surprise me. McGreevy's resignation date is not until November of 2004, making him the first openly gay governor in the U.S. for those 9 weeks.
Interesting.
August 12th, man. Brings out the gay in you.
I guess it's something about August.
I mean, clearly.
He's hot, though.
Yeah, he was. He was. Have we seen what he looks like today, though?
No.
Because that was 2004.
Yeah, I know. God, I know how the years can change somebody.
Yeah, we've seen
14.
it.
That was 20 years ago.
Ooh,
I didn't even think about Botox back then.
You know what the problem is? That when you say, 20 years ago, I'm still thinking
1990.
80.
80.
And that was 50 years ago.
Shut the fuck up.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway.
If you love the show, make sure to subscribe. If you like the show, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast. Oh my!
Oh, you
Girl.
are cursive today.
I am.
Ooh.
Make sure to rate, review on your favorite podcasting service. By subscribing, you get the latest and greatest of our show delivered right to your favorite device or web browser as soon as the episode is published. You can also support us on Patreon. With Patreon, you, our listener, can help to support the show with a pledged donation. The donations are collected monthly and can be in any denomination of $1 or more.
And we are so grateful for our patrons that are also a Patreon. All right,
Are y'all
everybody.
throwing shade at me, these bitches?
Next
All
week,
right.
we have we welcome a special guest.
No, not next week.
No, not
No,
next
next
week. The
week.
week
You just
after.
fucked up my fairy dust.
Oh, okay. Fairy dust, fairy dust, fairy dust.
Bitch. All right, everybody, get the Future Method and all other products today. All products are doctor developed, can clean out without hurting your bum. You can take confidence anywhere with the anal powder packs, increase your stretch goals with the 3-piece anal glass dilation kit, and get all the information you need with Dr. G's book, But Seriously. Visit futuremethod.com to purchase your life-changing bum accessory and or book today.
All right, Jay Bird.
Thank you, Sparkle Farts.
Oh my God, that would be my character for the Olympics closing ceremony.
Sparkle farts.
And everybody, welcome Sparkle Farts.
And it's time to put a ring on it.
Something's wrong with that glitter.
With that glitter. Our show is available on our website, GayTalk20.com. Under audio podcast. Oh my God.
Can
what
you
a
mute
mess.
her?
Maybe. Our show is available on our website, GayTalk20.com, under audio podcast. It is also available as a free download on Apple Podcast, YouTube Music, and Stitcher Radio. Nick?
All right. You can find us on social media, Facebook, GayTalk 2.0, Instagram, GayTalk 2.0. You can email us at GayTalk2.0@GayTalk20.com, Tom.
You cannot make
Get it together.
a person this old laugh like this. Girl, I almost shit my pants. Anyway, oh God. If you need to reach out to us, just head on over to our website. Click on the Contact Us tab, which is located at the top of your web browser. There you can leave comments. You can suggest topics, submit a question for the cast or an individual host. You can also give us a call and leave your question on our voicemail. We can answer that for you here on the show. The phone number is 334-GAY-TALK. And if you need all of those digits, it is 334-429-8255. Don't forget that we do stream live every Monday for all of our Patreon subscribers. And at this point, I'd like to thank you for joining us on tonight's episode. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Gay Talk 2.0. Tune in next time for more dish.